Hello, YouTube. This is Thomas 1 Edward 2 Henry 3 here, and they just released the trailer for Journey Beyond Sodor, and there's a lot to talk about. So I'll just sit here and tell you my thoughts on the special that's coming out in September, I assume. So first off, I'll say that I admire how the trailer didn't really show what the plot was. Yeah, there's something to do with like a big smelter's yard. Thomas is on the mainland, I assume, and there's a bunch of experimental engines, but you don't really know what's going on, and I admire the trailer for that. I'm intrigued to see what'll happen. And, like any special, they introduce a lot of colorful new characters. I'll say this first of all. Some of the names of these characters are the strangest names I've seen come out of Thomas characters. Like Merlin, Hurricane. Maybe those are their basis or something. But yeah, I thought those was a bit weird. But the characters, I'll say that they look fantastic. Yeah, every one of these introduced characters, Theo, Lexi, Frankie, Hurricane, and especially Merlin, they all look amazing. And I didn't realize this until now, but the voice of Merlin is Hugh Bonneville. That's a nice touch. And from the trailer, it seems like he'll do a pretty good job. Yeah, this is also the first special to, have the new animation company. I want to say it's called Jam Productions Toronto or something like that. And yeah, I think they get it. They nailed it pretty well. Yeah, the characters look nice. The new characters look amazing. But I did notice something that kind of was a bit awkward, and I hope that this is not going to be a new trend. But the engines all, or at least Hurricane, not Hurricane, Merlin, I did notice he was moving around with his speech. Like, what does that mean? Well, if he'd laugh, he'd, like, shake up and down, and, go watch Chuggington, that type of movement. And I don't know what to think of it. If they just used it occasionally, I'd be fine with it, but I really hope they don't make this a common trend. The engines moving around with their dialogue, it just looks corny. Maybe I'm just so used to seeing all the static trains, but I don't think it should belong really in Thomas. I think that's one big thing that separates Thomas from Chuggington. In Chuggington, you see the trains all move around and like jump up and down, but in Thomas, it's just the faces that are moving. So yeah, I really hope this doesn't become a trend. I don't really like it. But once again, everything else with the animation looks fantastic. And yeah, what else? I noticed there was like seemed like one of the trucks was voiced by a kid, or either a kid or a female. I don't know, but I think that's a nice. If it is a female, that'd be a nice touch, adding a female truck. We never see the coaches are always female and the trucks are always male. Like, it'd be nice to see a change. And another thing I'm pretty intrigued about is the character of Frankie. It seems like, from the posters that Hurricane is probably going to be the main villain, but Frankie might be a villain too. Based off of this trailer. That'd be a nice twist. And it seems like they start off nice, but they turn into evil, I guess. Well, I don't know. Again, the trailer doesn't show much of the plot, so I'm just so intrigued to see what'll happen. And yeah, other things, well, I did see a behind the scenes feature about it. And it appears that this will also be a musical, and I'm open to that. I think it worked better with The Great Race, but again, The Great Race really surprised me, so I'll just have to wait and see how the music goes. So yeah, though that's really all my thoughts on Journey Beyond Sodor. I'm very excited to see it, like every special, and yeah, that's those are my thoughts.